Good evening, Taverners. Welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. My name is Key. We are live for France versus Morocco. World Cup quarter-final. I can't predict this one. I really can't predict this one. Everyone's saying France, and I understand it. France are probably the best side left in the tournament. I get it. I get it. But believe me, Morocco... If any team does have the tools to unsettle France, it probably is Morocco. We've seen how France in the last game, they did get a little bit unnerved by Paraguay. You know, it took a penalty to get them through. You know, a little bit of dirty tactics, kicking them, unsettling them, breaking up play. Morocco, fantastic at all that stuff. And they're also really resilient defensively. They can create and take chances in the final third. It really wouldn't surprise me. Not in the slightest bit if we see Morocco really make a game of this one, by the way. Good to see everyone in the chat anyway. How are we all doing? Before we get stuck into the live, as always, I want to give a very big shout out to our friends, my friends and yours, Oxford Natural. Lovely to see them continuing to support the Matchday Tavern throughout this World Cup. So a big thank you to them for their support, showing their support for your favourite watch-along channel. Big thank you to them. If you haven't yet, please do go and check out Oxford Natural's wonderful Optimum Day and Night supplements, and their full array of supplements, in fact, which can really help get people fantastic results. As you've seen there on my right-hand side, Michael Owen, Robbie from AFTV, lots of KG. There's lots of people who are using the stuff and getting absolutely brilliant results with it. And you know, there is no secret sauce. There is no magic pill with these things. It does take time, but it's a whole lot easier if you've got the right stuff, the right equipment, the right tools, the right supplements along the way. And these guys are brilliant at doing that. So go and check them out if you're thinking of going on a health journey, if you're thinking of getting your health right, making some positive changes. Oxford Natural will help you. Go and have a look. 70% off your first order with code KEY70. Click the link in the description. Scan the QR code which is on screen right now. And it will be throughout the live as well. And a big thank you to Oxford Natural. Thank you very much. And with that said, let's get stuck into today's game. And how the devil are we, people? It's felt such a long time since I've seen you, even though I know it was last night. It's because we've had a day off from the World Cup, isn't it? Right. There you go. France, Morocco, Spain, Belgium tomorrow. Norway, England, 10 o'clock on Saturday. Argentina, Switzerland, 2 a.m. Sunday. That'll be for the hardcore, won't it? Okay. Right. We are 4 minutes to kick off. Let's get stuck into the lineups because we are very close to kick off. Come on, Key. Sort your life out, mate. Where are you? Good to see everyone in the chat anyway. Hallelujah. Good to see you. I fancy France, you're saying. City of Northville, Jelly. Who else have we got in tonight? 3-star, great to see you, mate. Sarah, wonderful to see you, folks. Who else have we got in tonight? Matty, good lad, Matty. Key, where are you at? I'm starting to suspect your wife was the taskmaster, keeping you punctual. Well, I mean, that is entirely true. That is absolutely true. I wouldn't deny that at all. While the cat's away, the mice will arrive to streams late. Drew, how's it going? Good to see you, Drew. What are we on about? Liam, good to see you, Liam. Right. 3 minutes to kick off. Let's do the lineups. What are we saying? All Argentinian refs. An awful lot made of that, by the way. Don't buy into the nonsense about, oh, there's all Argentinian refs. I don't understand why it's all Argentinian refs. I don't get it. Well, I'll tell you why. It's Argentinian refs. The reason there's all Argentinian refs is because of a rule. I mean, it's not actually. Look at that. Assistant VAR is Uruguayan. Support VAR is from Nicaragua. So absolutely not. It's not all Argentinian refs. However, FIFA do have a rule and have had a rule for the vast majority of World Cups going back, as long as I can remember. It's called the triplet rule. And what they do is they have referees who, the referee and the two linesmen are nearly always from the same nation. In fact, I think they are always from the same nation. It's about aiding communication because the referees will have sort of trained together, speak the same language, maybe played in refereed in the same league for going back however long. They'll know each other, they'll be comfortable with each other, they'll communicate clearly. It's aimed at preventing sort of miscommunications in key moments in games so that there isn't any issues. And I get that, I understand that. I think that's a smart rule from FIFA. We can have a pop at FIFA for a lot of things, but I actually think that's quite a smart rule. Right, hang on a sec. The refs might not matter, but this World Cup feels rigged. Why? Why does it feel rigged? I don't get this. A few people have said this. It's rigged. I don't buy it. I don't understand why it's rigged. Why on earth is it rigged? Go back in every single World Cup game, as far back as you can have a look. There's always been issues with bloody refereeing decisions. It won't be rigged when France or Spain win it, then will it? No, well, exactly, yeah. It won't be rigged. I don't think it's rigged at all, but I imagine the people who are claiming it's rigged will say it was rigged anyway. The old tinfoil hat brigade at work again. The woman ref isn't Argentinian because they won't allow women to ref. They're the oppressors. FIFA stands fix it for Argentina. FIFA stands for fix it for Argentina. Like it. Scouser says, good evening, how are you? I've had an enjoyable hot day off. Lovely. What have you done on your hot day off? It has been boiling hot, hasn't it, here in the northwest? Right, we're off and underway. Let's do the lineups quickly because we still haven't done them. So, France lineups are Mike Maignan in goal, Jules Koundé, Deo, Upamecano, William Saliba, Luca Dean. Very similar to, well, it's the same back five, isn't it, that they've had for the last few games. In midfield, they've gone with Kone and Rabiot sitting in front of that defence. And then it's that very dangerous front four. Ousmane Dembele, Michael Olise, Desiree Doué, Kylian Mbappé. Bradley Barcola and Doué seem to be rotating throughout the tournament. Deschamps not quite sure which one he likes, but the other three kind of pick themselves, don't they, at the minute? Dembele, Olise, and Mbappé, probably all favourites in many ways for the Ballon d'Or. We're forever Everton, and apparently you can switch your nationality if you move country before the World Cup. Jin says Argentinian FA are being investigated by the FBI, as well as Infantino being looked into. Fishy. I mean, being looked into doesn't in any way mean that you're actually dodgy. It just means you're being looked into. And to be fair, I think they probably are, but I don't think they're any more or less dodgy than they were before the tournament. Anyway, I don't think the tournament has been fixed. Honestly, I don't think it can be fixed. I think football, actual result fixing in football is unbelievably difficult to do. I think it would require a lot of people conspiring. I just don't see it happening. Morocco's lineup, by the way, is Bonu in goal, Ashraf Hakimi, here he is, great run from Hakimi down the right-hand side, Issa Diop, Nusir Mazraoui, and Anas Salah Adin at the back. Mazraoui at centre-back, is that? That's a bold move. Bouadi and El Ainaoui sitting in front of those, patrolling the defence. And then again, it's a very dangerous front four, but it is almost one without an attacker. Obviously, no Saibari is a huge blow for Morocco, but they've gone with a kind of a false nine. I imagine maybe Unahi will be tasked with getting beyond the attackers. He scored a couple, didn't he, in the last game Morocco played against Canada. They were fantastic. So Brahim Diaz, Azzedine Unahi, Talbi and Bilal El Kanous. Evening, Thomas. Jin says it can't be fixed, but officials can favour certain teams, players. It's not impossible. No, it's not impossible, right? But you would have to say, right, the only way that would work is if, let's say the referees from Argentina for tonight's game, which is what people are asserting, which is absolute nonsense, that they're going to choose to, in some way, favour Morocco over France because that gives Argentina a better chance of winning the World Cup. What you're actually saying to those people who've committed their entire lives, their entire careers to a profession, to refereeing, that is their career, that is their path, their profession. They have chosen to be referees. They've thrown everything at it. They're at the pinnacle of their moment. They're at the World Cup. They're refereeing at the World Cup. That's like at the top of the game, right? What you're telling me is that at that point in their career, they've either been threatened or bribed, and I do mean they, it's not just one of them. The full team of refs would have to be complicit in it. All of them would have had to have been threatened or bribed to make that happen. What a goal that is. Must be. Oh, what a save from Bonu. Oh, that's outrageous. Must be. That's an absolute sitter. France miss a sitter. France miss a sitter. Great ball in from the left-hand side. Wonderful header. And Morocco probably should be a goal down. Nothing wrong with fixing that one, I don't think. That was entirely on the keeper. Referee's going, damn. Damn. This is not the plan. That big brown envelope isn't going to work. He must have bribed Bonu as well. He's in on it. But joking aside, if they fix it for Argentina, why wouldn't you also for Portugal? That's the money-making storyline. It is, yeah. It is, isn't it? Portugal, Messi, Portugal, Ronaldo, Messi final is that's the one, isn't it? I don't understand what... I guess... It depends, doesn't it? I guess the better odds would be on Morocco, wouldn't it? A Morocco-Norway final or something of that ilk would be unbelievable. It would somehow it would take a little bit away from the World Cup, wouldn't it, if it was like a Morocco-Switzerland World Cup final? I think it would reduce the spectacle a little bit, wouldn't it? Like, not to say that there's not great players playing for Morocco and Switzerland, but yeah, I think your viewers would probably drop a little bit if it was Morocco-Switzerland in the final. Mercury, I'm staying hydrated. It's a good day out here. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Lovely. Can you imagine Granit Xhaka lifting the World Cup? Mackham lifting the World Cup. How's it going, Shell? How are you feeling, by the way? How are you getting on? Lennox. How's it going, Lennox? Rob, if it's Morocco or Switzerland, then that's a World Cup win added to the AFCON for Sunderland. Sunderland have basically won the two major international honours in the last 6 months then, haven't they? Sarah, if it was a Morocco-Swiss final, America would be banned forever for hosting another World Cup. Well, the last World Cup was Brazil against Italy, and it went to penalties. Now, neither of those two nations can make it this time. Ethan, I'm roasting. Aren't we all, mate? We're all struggling. How's it going, DC? 3-star says England will lift the trophy. 60 years on, no fix, I say. Key, eat some couscous if Morocco score. Don't love it, mate. I'm not a massive fan. Really not a massive fan. Swifty says the Forest and-elect cheating is the worst case of cheating I've ever read. SSSTE, why are France in white? They're not in white, they're in more of a... It's kind of an aqua colour, I guess, isn't it? It's like a turquoisey colour, like a pale turquoise. And the reason they're in that is, I guess FIFA must have bribed them. It's Infantino again. No, I don't know. Maybe it's just... I don't know. It's upset me as well, by the way, because I had France in the blue kit on the thumbnail, and I've got the thumbnail wrong now. Ginge, I'm in Turkey. It's 37 here. Whereabouts in Turkey are you? My mum and dad are going to Turkey in the next couple of weeks. They're going to Marmaris, somewhere around there. Antalya. Nice. Beautiful country, Turkey. Beautiful country, lovely people. Really enjoyed Turkey. Very nice. Greece too. Greece was wonderful as well. DC, do you think Elise will win Ballon d'Or if France win it, and the same with Kane if England win it? Can't really predict the Ballon d'Or. I don't think the Ballon d'Or is very politically driven. I think there's probably an element of bribery and brown envelopes goes on with that one as well. I don't think it is what the rest of us think. It's not a popularity contest. It's not a... there's been some proper weird Ballon d'Or winners over the years, and yeah, I'm not certain that Kane, Elise... I think, do you know what? It'd be far more likely to go to who's the next pin-up boy? That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the next Messi. That's what they're after. France, strike, good block. Change the tinfoil hat out there, Keith. It's not a tinfoil hat, mate. It is absolutely the case with the Ballon d'Or when you look at winners over the years. I don't think it's a conspiracy to say that they do it in order to raise the profile of certain players. I don't think it's a reward. I don't think it's a fair or just award, I would say. Server says Elise to win the Ballon d'Or. Go on, who do you think? Let me know in the chat, who do you think's going to win the Ballon d'Or? I think they'll push him out. I agree. That's what I mean. They're looking for the next... Whoever wins the Ballon d'Or, right, is the guy who they next put on all the posters and, you know, the guy who's... Lamine Yamal is that next guy, right? Lamine Yamal, they will find a way. They will contrive a way to make it Lamine Yamal, right? They're desperate for Lamine Yamal to be a success. He ticks all the boxes. Lamine Yamal would be the guy they want. They don't really, I don't think, want to give it to Harry Kane. But yes, I think if England won the World Cup, Harry Kane would be an absolutely top candidate for it. I think they'd quite like to give it to Haaland, but again, Norway are unlikely to win the Ballon d'Or. Norway are unlikely to win the World Cup. But then again, maybe they will. They'll beat England, in my opinion. Mbappe will probably win it. Yeah, again, Mbappe, I think they'd like to give it Mbappe as well. Mbappe ticks a lot of boxes. I'm sure he will win one, actually. Probably will be Mbappe, now I think about it. Jelly, not for turkey teeth, are they, Key? No. Turkey teeth aren't a smart investment. They're really not. You've got to go back every 5 to 10 years and go and get them redone. I mean, I guess that means you've got to keep flying to Turkey and have a nice holiday, but, can't be bothered with that. Beauty is pain, as they say. No, swerve that. Absolutely not. Rather be an ugly fucker and be happy. I'm married now. I'm locked in. I don't need the investment. I'm all good. She married me with normal teeth. I don't need the I don't need the turkey teeth or the turkey hairdo. She's locked in. This is it now. Sickness and in health. This is my sickness. Lennox, who do you think will win the World Cup? I think it's gonna be Spain. Just get composite bonding way better. I don't want it that much. I don't want it. I mean, if someone said, listen, I can wave a magic wand and you'll get perfect, lovely... yeah, great, but I can't be arsed with it. It wouldn't make any difference to my life. None. It's thousands of pounds. I mean, fair play, if it helps other people, it helps the self-esteem or whatever, good luck to him. I have no problem with that. It doesn't help me in any way, shape or form. Shahid, how are you coping with the heat, Key? Kept yourself hydrated. Oh, Christ, yeah, where's my water? Oh, I've got a water here. I always try and keep a water up here. Should have kept this one in the fridge, really. It's room temperature water in this heat. Don't love it, dear. Swifty, I can see you in a syrup, Key. That's the plan. Get the old, is it Gene Autry? Get one of them. Reese, AK, at least your hairline isn't playing 5 at the back. 5 at the back? I don't get it. Hairline's not playing 5 at the back. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm thinning at the back as well? I am. I've got the old helicopter landing pad. I'm all good. Finn, thoughts on Tyreek George? Tyreek George, I think, is a good young player. I'm not sure if he's a smart signing for Everton, if they aspire to. Well, I guess he is. No, I think he probably will be an alright signing for Everton. He's an alright signing. If Everton really want to get Europe, though, I'm not sure I'd have signed Tyreek George. Liam says, I think Rice will win it because Arsenal won the Premier League, but I don't think he should win it. Surely that's the opposite way around. Surely you think he should win it because Arsenal won the Premier League, but you don't think he will. Rice ain't going to win it because he won a Premier League title. He wasn't even a very good... He wasn't brilliant in the Premier League win either. I think Rice last season for Arsenal was very good, but it wasn't his best season for Arsenal. He was much better the season before. DC, wouldn't mind magically getting the teeth done, but the hair won't bother me when it goes. Listen, it happens. It's age. You know, you'll go through life a whole lot easier if you just make your peace with the fact that you don't stay young and beautiful forever, and it goes, and it will go, and once you get into your late 30s, you know, it'll start to tail off, and it's all good. It's part of life. It's part of life. When you're clinging onto it, you're really clinging onto it. See these people in the 50s and 60s really hanging on to it, getting all sorts done. Pull this up here and tighten that and put this in there and check this. Jesus Christ. Just get on with it. Save the can of water. Half time, Key. I've not got saved the... Yeah, no can tonight. DC, if Rice is a Ballon d'Or contender, I do worry about the state of football. Yeah. I don't think Rice is ever going to be a Ballon d'Or contender. He's not that player, really. He's a big, important part of Arsenal's season, but... No, Arsenal would have had to... He would have literally had to win the Champions League with Arsenal, be a star player, and then absolutely, dominate for England at the World Cup. I don't think he's been that good for England either. Grow old gracefully, Shell. Absolutely. Absolutely. Embrace it. Why not? How's it going, Tolga? Speaking of Turkey, here he is. My mate. If Rice is in contention for the Ballon d'Or, we might as well give it to Raya then. Oh, God. Or disgracefully. Yeah, as the case may be, Shell. Grow old disgracefully. Neither way is wrong. You get play the hand that you're dealt. Play the cards that you're dealt. That's how it is, right? Set piece coach is Arsenal's best player. Ballon d'Or winner, Nicholas Jova. City of Northville, that's why you've got to eat horribly. Go out while you're still hot. Yeah, I mean, do you know what the crazy thing is? There's you can't really predict it. I'm not saying don't you've got to look after yourself as much as you can. But Christ, you see people who dedicate their entire lives to health and live in the gym and eat all the right things and deny themselves, and then all of a sudden, something happens and they keel over at 25, 35. One of my mates was like that. Poor lad, and he had an undiagnosed heart condition. Just absolutely lived for health, and he wanted to be a powerlifter and stuff like that. He was a lovely, lovely lad. Undiagnosed heart condition. Just teaches you the value of life. You just never know. Tomorrow's not promised. Live for today. Pretty deep message for halfway through a first half in the France versus Morocco quarter-final. Ginge, I'm not being very healthy in Turkey right now. Lots of food and alcohol. Hey, mate, enjoy it. You're not there all the time. Enjoy it. Okay, are you still sticking with Spain to win the World Cup? I am, yes. Spain to win the World Cup for me. Scuba, this is the strangest football stream ever. I know, but hey, this is what it is. It's a tavern. It's a pub. This is what people talk about. Shite, usually, while the game's going on. If there's no happening. DC, I think, doing everything in everything in moderation. I agree. Everything in moderation. Geordie Break says, hope there's a goal in this soon. Bring it to life a bit. Does need a goal, doesn't it? It needs a flashpoint. If it's not a goal, maybe it's a bad tackle or a yellow card, a red card, something. Hit the crossbar, anything. Chance in the game. That's what you need to open these games up often. Just to spark them into life a little bit. Is this an educational channel now? The algorithm won't like that. Don't know about educational, maybe philosophical. At times we do get a bit philosophical, don't we? We enjoy a bit of that. We need a Zidane headbutt. Well, do you know what? I was watching that earlier, by the way. There was a Zidane headbutt clip, and it was someone had done. I don't know how true this is or how accurate this is, but someone had done the lip reading for that specific, and it was a proper one. It wasn't like a meme or a humorous thing. It was, this is what was actually said by the players on the pitch, and allegedly, Zinedine Zidane, Materazzi had been pulling the shirt of Zidane. Zinedine Zidane said, if you want my shirt that badly, I'll give it you after the game. And Materazzi said, I'd rather have your sister. And then Zidane headbutted him. Which, ain't nice, but it kind of harks back to what we were talking about the other night, doesn't it? Is it a sufficient abuse to have seen Materazzi punished for saying that? France head it over the bar. Key is the font of all knowledge, God, no. Absolutely not. Plenty smarter than me, mate. You'll see that if you watch long enough. You get some bits right, you get some bits wrong. Same as everyone else. Clarkey, look at Eric Cantona. Reese says, what's the score? Score is France 0, Morocco 0. Big chance about 10 minutes ago for Dembele. Headed it straight at Bonu. Materazzi deserved that headbutt, even if he said nothing. DC says it was always said he said something about his mum. So that's mad, they were always wrong. I mean, even if he said something about his mum, not sure it warranted the response. Football and stuff. Would you be happy if you signed Minter for 80 million? Not for 80 million, no. But I can see Liverpool go and getting Yankuba Minter. I think Brighton paid, was it 35 million to Newcastle for Yankuba Minter? I think we'd have to go quite a bit north of that. I would expect to pay close to around 60, 65. But yeah, I think Yankuba Minter is a very, very real target for Liverpool on that right-hand side. He would make a lot of sense for what Iraola wants from a winger. Yeah, he would be interesting, but I don't think 80 million's a lot for Minter. Minter will never be a top player. He's still only 21 though, mate. He had a very decent season. All of his underlying numbers are really, really good. This is what people were talking about the other day. With Liverpool at the minute, they're looking to replace Mo Salah. But when you look at the market, there isn't actually a Mo Salah, like Mo Salah at Roma. There isn't that player on the market right now. So what they're having to look for is like a Mo Salah at Bâle or Mo Salah at Chelsea maybe. You know, a player who's maybe got a wrong move and isn't quite working out. What a ball that is down the left-hand side. Here's Talby up against Upamecano. Gives it away unnecessarily. Very poor, that. DC, I'm surprised you never hear clubs going for Nusa. He looks really good. He's looked good at the World Cup, but he has been a little bit underwhelming for Leipzig. I will say that. Jan Diamanda's kind of stolen his thunder on the other side. Diamanda and Nusa, on the face of it, looks a wonderful partnership, but yeah, he's not had a brilliant season for Leipzig. Minter will never have the technical ability of Jared Bowen. That's a big, very big yardstick though, isn't it? Jared Bowen's unbelievable. Love Jared Bowen. Sarah, if you're going to get sent off for a headbutt for that, you might as well kick his ass if you're going off. Make sure he goes off too. That's it. Boot him off the pitch. Jellyfish, this is as slow as a French snail trying to escape from being on a French dining plate. Escargot. Can't say I've ever had escargot. I've heard pretty horrendous things though. Have I had escargot actually? I went to France when I was a kid. And we did try some stuff, but I can't remember if there was escargot. No, I think it was frog's legs I tried. I think we had some frog's legs, not escargot. Escargot looks like a big bogey, doesn't it? It's like oysters. It's like it comes in like a little. They soak it in garlic and it. Ugh, not sure. Football and stuff. We paid 35, but you would need to pay at least 70 million if you want him. Otherwise, we won't let him leave. Minter had a very poor season. Well, you see that final sentence kind of betrays what you said earlier. You'd need to pay 70. Oh, that's a pen. That's a pen all day, every day. That's a shocking decision from Morocco, and that's really opened the game up. Mazraoui dives in on Mbappe. There's not even a complaint from Morocco there. The only thing there might be is maybe a check whether Hakimi was fouled further back up the pitch. Mbappe gets the ball, drives in the area, drives at the fullback, cuts inside. Lovely play. Was it a foul on Hakimi? No, not at all. Hakimi dives. Wonderful play from Mbappe. Skins Mazraoui, dives in. That's the easiest penalty decision you are ever likely to see. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Clear penalty. There's no way that Yankuba Minter's going to be 80 million quid. You can't justify 80 million for Yankuba Minter. No chance. Liverpool need Ahmad. That's it. Timbo, I've never had snails, but I actually reckon they'd be nice. Apparently taste like chicken. Or have I confused that with frog's legs? You've definitely confused that with frog's legs. Frogs are a little bit more like chicken. Snails are like slimy and, yeah, like oysters a little bit. Apparently they're a bit fishy in texture. Mark says, Key, I heard on commentary the other day, BBC said they were really thinking of doing the hydration thing in the Prem, making it quarters. Hope not. No, they won't do the hydration break in the Premier League. They might do breaks in the Premier League. It won't be a hydration break, but I can't see it. See, the thing is, what will happen is, I think it'll happen first in somewhere like Spain. Tebas, the head of La Liga. Hang on, let's just talk about this first. We've got the penalty for France, and Mbappe to step up and take it. I think this will probably put France through to the semis, I'll be honest. I think we needed to see Morocco score first. If Morocco scored first, I could kind of see. Or if it dragged on into the second half before France got it. Again, you're looking at, similar to the Paraguay game, you needed a penalty to open up a very difficult team to break down, and that's what's happened again. Here we go. Mbappe, right-footed. Deschamps watches on nervously. Tell you what, referees feeling the heat here. What's going on? What's happening? Get out the area, he's saying. Go on, get on. I don't know what's going on with the ref here. Get on your line. Here we go. Penalty. There is going to be a pen. Mbappe's looking at the ref. Is he all right? I think it was a long old VAR check for some reason. What's going on? What is going on here? This has been the longest penalty this season. Like, what is going on? Now Mbappe, right-footed, bit of a staggered run-up, saves it! Oh, Bonu! There you go. France 0, Morocco 0 still. Mbappe with a very silly run-up. That's an awful penalty. Truly awful penalty. Yeah, that's an awful pen, that. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, so the whole thing with the hydration breaks, Tebas, who's the head of La Liga, he will absolutely see that as an opportunity for more coin, right? So he will absolutely be the first out of all the major leagues to implement it, I think. If Spain sent an opportunity to make another 100 mil, and it would be easily another 100, 200 mil per season if you added in advertising sponsorship for those hydration breaks, they would make a load more money for the league, and maybe that could be distributed to the clubs. They would see that as a net positive, and it would help them catch up to the Premier League, who there's a sense in Spain that the Premier League are kind of running away with things, and all the money's heading to England. So they would see that as a way to kind of claim back a little bit more revenue, a couple of 100 million. So yeah, I'd fully expect Spain and maybe even Italy to jump on that. It'd be hard to justify a hydration break in the middle of December in Bergamo. No real need for hydration in the middle of December in Bergamo, in Italy. It's very hydrated and very cool. Griffo, that delay was ridiculous. The delay definitely didn't help, and I'm sure that'll be another thing that people... Again, this will be another thing that people are pointing to and saying, oh, the referee, he delayed Mbappe deliberately. He delayed him to get in his head, and in getting in his head, that was it. It's the Argentinian ref. It was all to make getting him back. How the hell? Imagine that was what they said to this referee. We want you to try and get an edge on France, so delay, so to try and get... Don't talk nonsense. If they're going to fix the game, they're going to fix it. They're not going to dilly and dally around. Deserved save, says CSPER. Incredibly soft. I thought it was the right decision for the penalty, though. Wait till they start with team timeouts. Yeah. Imagine that. Declan Rice giving it this. Come on, guys. T. They won't stop with the stupid stutter, even though the keepers have clearly got it figured out. Bonu's a very good penny saver. And maybe he is a good penny saver, but he's a very good penalty saver as well. Dun, 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 dun. No, it definitely didn't help. I'll agree with that. It definitely didn't help Mbappe, the delay, but did it really cause him to miss? Could it cause him to do the stupid stutter? Probably not. These stadiums are incredible in the US. Yeah, they can build a good stadium, for sure. Drew James serves Mbappe right. Can't stand the staggered run-up. It's very cocky, very arrogant, innit? Andy says, what do you think about Andres Santos, Chelsea to Man United? 50 million. Underwhelming for Manchester United. Like I said, I think they looked at lots and lots of players. They said before the season, if you said to any United fan, What's the key area that you need to strengthen? Every single United fan would have said central midfield. We need to replace Agate. We need to replace Casemiro. We need to get someone in there, or a couple of people in there, who can really play alongside Mainu. Good effort that from Dembele just wide. We need to get someone in who can play alongside Mainu, and someone else who can come in and do a job for Mainu when he needs to be rested. And there was talk of Camavinga, there was talk of Ruben Neves, there was talk of Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes, there was talk of Mateus Fernandes, Aurelien Tchouameni, Elliot Anderson. He was going to reject City and go to United. There was all that talk, and they've ended up with Ederson and Andre Santos. I think from a Man United point of view, that is a thoroughly underwhelming pair of signings. And Andre Santos might prove to be a decent player. He might be. I don't think he'll be a terrible, terrible signing. I just don't think he's a player that really takes United from here to here. I think he'll be an okay signing. I think he'll kind of be like what Fred was for United at the end. Fred was a very decent player for United at the end. Probably wasn't for what they expected, though. When they paid the big money for Fred, they all thought they were getting this energetic box-to-box, and I don't think Andre Santos will ever be like one of the very top. City of Northville, expensive bit of business for what Man United need. New bargain hunters claim they now want. The same people who said the rest were too costly now cheer this. And Sarah, Liverpool need to start buying players. No kidding. We need to start selling players as well. Harvey Elliott needs to go. Curtis Jones, we don't know what's happening with him. Question marks over Simicast. Question marks over, obviously, Chiesa still at the club. Cody Gakpo still at the club. I think Cody Gakpo will stay, but still question marks. The Arsenal says, evening Key, what is it with Arteta and obsession of wingers? Solis and Rodgers incoming. I don't see you signing both of them. I can't see a world in which Arsenal sign both Solis and Rodgers. Unless you're selling Martinelli. You're not going to sign Solis and Rodgers. And certainly not Solis, Rodgers and Bruno Guimaraes. That ain't happening. Jelly, it is underwhelming, Key. Well, I'm glad we agree, Jelly. As a United fan, you can say it is an underwhelming one, isn't it? You was going for these players, and you've kind of gone for the... And it might still prove to be a good signing. France drive forward, poor from Bouhaddi. Must be... Oh, what a save from Bonu again. Doué drives at the heart of the Moroccan defence there. Shocking play from the young man, Bouhaddi. And that is why you can't be so confident with these young players. Yeah, he's a talented player. There will be mistakes. And in the Premier League, he'd get leapt on for that. That's why you can't sign... At 18 years of age, just people need to be really patient with these kids. He will be a very good player, but he's far, far too... like Arsenal are going to sign him and play him every week. I hope they do. I really hope they do. Clark, he says, Key, for me, Andre Santos is another Anthony for Man United. Why? Why do you think that? That's a very bold claim. Scuba, the stadium in Boston is a NFL stadium. You can afford these mega stadiums when you have a sport that runs 100 in-game TV adverts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the life, isn't it, in America? They're used to adverts mid-game. Time for a commercial break. Andy, best news for Chelsea fans. Jesse Derry signs a new deal and joins Sporting on loan. Sporting are kind of an unofficial Chelsea feeder club at this point, aren't they? You've just signed Quenda from there. Asugo came from there. There's a fair few players going back and forth between Chelsea and Sporting. Tchouameni turned down Man United, apparently. I can understand why. Jamie Vargas, hello Key, 3-2 for France. You think there's going to be 5 goals in this game? 37 minutes in, we were at 0-0, we've had a missed penalty. There's not been a single shot on or off target from Morocco yet, but you think they're going to score 2 goals? I wish I had your confidence, Jamie. Jamie says the ref is known for giving 11 red cards in one game, and the game had to be suspended. Woo-hoo. The Arsenal says, to be honest, I haven't seen much of Rodgers. Can't give my assessment of him or his valuation. That's fair. I don't think Rodgers doesn't really fit in with Arsenal. If you've got Rodgers and Eze and Saka, you've got a very, very narrow middle of the pitch. Oh, Kone's gone down there. Bad tackle, I think, from... Was it El Ainaoui? Yeah. El Ainaoui just catches him. Kone's another one Man United were looking at. Liverpool's still looking at Manu Kone as well. Good player. Mercury says all the rumours of the players linked to Arsenal and the only done deals are Hincapié permanent and Ilan Meslier from Leeds on a free. Does that mean Kepa's gone now? Is Kepa not at Arsenal anymore? Andy, we need to sign Diamond from Sporting too. Jamie, do you think Egypt was robbed versus Argentina? No chance. No, Egypt were not robbed against Argentina. Egypt let themselves down against Argentina. They were 2-0 up with 10, 15 minutes there or thereabouts to go. And they threw 3 goals away. There was nothing wrong with... Yeah, their goal was correctly ruled out, and I don't think it was a penalty on Mo Salah. I think the referees got that one right. I don't understand all the shouts of corruption and all that. I think it's nonsense. I think the referees got it bang right. Melier's going in as third choice for Arsenal. That doesn't make any sense, does it? 3 goalkeepers. Mr. Beecham, you know, F all. Go on, enlighten me, mate. Go on, you enlighten me. You seem a smart lad. Timbo says Rodgers would fit perfectly at Chelsea as the left wide 10 in a 3. Problem is we'll never get him. See, I think, yeah, he certainly fits Chelsea, doesn't he? 2 number 10s, perfect for what Chelsea need. Cole Palmer and Rodgers behind a proper top centre forward. Xabi Alonso would smash it. I think Xabi Alonso might end up winning the league if you gave him Rodgers and a top centre forward. With no European football. Cleared away, unlucky. Pete says, at a lower level, Sheffield Wednesday have signed Louis Barry and Barry Bannan today, Kate. Yeah, Louis Barry, he was at one point thought of as this wonderful sort of next talent, wasn't he? I remember Villa signed him. Scored against Liverpool in an FA Cup on his debut. That was when Liverpool were playing in the Club World Cup at the time, I think. Hasn't he played for Sheffield United as well, Louis Barry? Was he at Sheffield United last year? So he's gone Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know if I've made that up. We have a top centre-forward already, mate. 20 goals last year, no pens. Yeah, all right, fair enough. João Pedro's a decent one, yeah. All right, give him Morgan Rodgers and give him a couple of very good centre-backs. You've obviously got Penders coming in. I think you'll have a good go. I think you'll have a good go at the Prem next year if you get two top centre-backs. Definitely need 2. Go and get Lacroix. He was at Stockport last year. Oh, so he was. We watched him. Yeah, so he was. Has he played for Sheffield United or have I made that up? I don't know why maybe I have made that up, actually. I keep seeing him in red. Where have I seen him play? Louis Barry. Yeah, he has played for Sheffield United. I thought he had. Christ, he's been about a bit, hasn't he? He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is his 9th club. He's 23. He's at 9 clubs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 clubs since you're 20. Bloody hell. Welsh Wing, unless Chelsea get 2 proper centre-backs, they won't challenge Arsenal and City. Got to think, though, with 2 proper centre-backs and no European football, I think they'll really have a good go at it. Chelsea are one of my dark horses next season. Obviously, it's very much dependent on the Chelsea ownership kind of giving the manager what he needs. Yeah, game's not so good so far, Billy. Game's been a bit... Well, actually, I wouldn't say it's been dull. We've had a missed penalty. France have missed a penalty, and they've missed a chance. I always thought this would be a game with low amounts of goals in it. It was always going to be a game where Morocco defended deep and tried to hit on set pieces and on the counter. They haven't really got the pace to hit on the counter. If anything, it's going to have to come from set pieces. The same way it did against Canada. It's going to have to be hold the line, defend, be rigid, be organised, try and get yourself forward and get a few set pieces. But Ouahbi's taking some chances, you know. He's a confident player on the ball, Ouahbi, but definitely taking some chances. The Arsenal says Chelsea could finish third, like United this season, gone without European football. Yeah, you can't really underestimate how important no European football is and how important it was for Man United. That's why I think with the extra games, an extra like 12 to 15 games, which Man United will reasonably have to play this season, I don't know if they're going to have the legs. I don't know if they're going to have the squad to deal with it. Or the manager, Michael Carrick, is he going to be good enough to deal with that? Number one, security. Do you think Alonso will do well? I think he'll do well specifically at Chelsea, yes. I don't think he's like an amazing manager. I don't regret Liverpool not getting him or anything like that. I think he's a good manager, and I think he'll fit Chelsea what they want and how they play. Clarkey, I'm calling it now. Morocco to win on penalties. Good shout. Yeah, can't argue with that. Timbo, if you said we'd finish third, I wouldn't be shocked. If you said Chelsea finish 11th, I also wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. It's chaos, isn't it? They're like the bane of the Premier League. Agents of chaos. I was born in the dark. Chelsea, Chelsea, I think, will. Maybe it wouldn't surprise anyone if they sacked Alonso and, you know, had John Terry in permanent or interim charge till the end of the season. And it's another season where they're kind of looking at it and going, it's one of them where they need to consistently rejig throughout the season. The Rock's appearance. Where's The Rock? Oh, has he made an appearance? I don't know. There's Griezmann. Griezmann in the stands, having a dance. Welsh, have you got a halftime quiz key or shall I do mine? Absolutely, mate. If you've got one, by all means, let's do it. The Arsenal, what would make you content with Liverpool's summer transfer window? What would make me content with Liverpool's summer transfer window? Just bodies. I think we need bodies. We need probably 5 or 6 new faces, and so far we've got 2. I think we need another centre-back. I think we need another 2 midfielders, probably. Minimum 1. We definitely need at least 1, if not 2 wingers. I would like to see Liverpool go and get 1 or 2 wingers, 1 or 2 midfielders, a centre-back and a right-back. So we probably need about 6 or 7 players. Drew James, Elise, not doing much. The only one thing needed to make Key content, McAllister released. Yeah, Alexis McAllister gone. Give him back to Brighton. They can have him. Alexis McAllister gone. Mo Salah's already gone. I'm delighted with that. Get him gone. Now we need the other jokers out. Would you sign Alejandro Garnacho? I've said before, I do think there's a player in Garnacho. I don't think he's not as bad as everyone makes out, but I also think there's just a little bit of a... I don't think I love the ego that comes with Garnacho. I think he's not really that humble, is he? What a strike from Luca Dean. Did that hit the crossbar, or was it another save from Bonu? Unbelievable effort that from Luca Dean out of nowhere. Does it hit the crossbar, or is it tipped onto the crossbar? I think that would have been a corner, you know. They might check this. Yeah, I think that's a tip on the crossbar there. Unbelievable. Let's watch it. Probably be clearer an angle, this one. Ah, no, it does look like he leaves it. The Arsenal, you mentioned wingers. Would you take Martinelli? I would. Yes. Yes. Absolutely, I would. The only issue with Martinelli is he's a left-sided winger, and realistically, we need a right-sided. We need two right-sided wingers. So, had we not already signed a left winger, I probably would. I would have gone for Martinelli, but we need right-sided. Timbo, you won't love the team being leaked every week either. Well, that as well. The claim for another penalty there. Doué screaming for it. Doué up against Hakimi. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Good defending, actually, that from Hakimi. He's kind of falling all over the place. Oh, does it hit his hand? Does it hit his hand? Now then, that's in the area and it might hit his hand. Oh, he's falling though. You wouldn't want that given as a penalty. No, there's no penalty. I was going to say, that one, it definitely hit his hand in the area though. Good run from Dembele, claim for a penalty. Again, they go down easily, France. They go down easier than Burnley every season. Welsh wing Martinelli would probably be booed at Anfield next time we play there. I really like Martinelli. He's probably my favourite Arsenal player, funnily enough. I like a lot of Arsenal players, believe it or not, but I do like Martinelli. Would you take Bowen and Somerville? I'd take Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen is absolutely the move that I want Liverpool to do. I think Bowen is a perfect option for Liverpool in many ways. We need an experienced winger on that right-hand side. Someone who can come in and do a job. Claim for a handball again there. And it is a free kick to Morocco. Edge of the box, Rabiot. It definitely hit his hand. And it's a free... This is exactly the moment I was talking about. Morocco getting free kicks in and around the France box. This is where they got the goal. Exactly this position. They scored against Canada from exactly this area of the pitch. If they score here, this is Morocco's whole tactics and strategy in a nutshell. Contain, contain, contain. Suffocate France. Limit them to as many pot shots from distance like we saw with Luka Dean and Dembele just a few moments ago. And then try and take a chance on a set piece. This is where they've got to make it count, Morocco. They've got to try and make these work here. Cheers, Sarah. Oh, and Matt was unlucky. Hakimi with a hit, and it's going to go behind for a corner. Don't think Dyer would allow Bowen to move. Probably not, but I think West Ham fans would have to begrudgingly acknowledge that he does deserve a move, doesn't he? He's kind of been there a long time now. He's served his time. You can't expect a player as good as Jared Bowen to be playing in the Championship. I'd say it's perfectly fine for Jared Bowen to want to leave West Ham. Right, half-time. Half-time. Welsh, what's your quiz? What's the Welsh wing half-time quiz? Let's have a look. Half-time quiz, courtesy of Welsh wing, is top 25 African assisters in the Premier League. Wow, now that is a good shout. Top 25 African assisters. That's got to be Riyad Mahrez. First up has got to be Riyad Mahrez, Mo Salah. Let's start with the North Africans and work our way down. Right. Top 25 African assists. Prem. Where are we up to? De Bruyne? De Bruyne's not African. Mahrez is second. Right, okay. Second is Mahrez. Salah is first. Right. Yaya Toure. Who else? African Premier League assists. African Premier League assists. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Right, who else have we got? Yeah, Yaya, Toure, Sangare, Sadio Mane, of course, Pienaar 7th. Drogba is 3rd. I would never have said Drogba. Solomon Kalou is a good shout. Would never have said that. Iwobi is 4th. Nice. Papis Cisse, Essien, Samir Nasri. Nasri's French. Yaya is 8th. Okay. So we've got Salah. If you've just joined us, we're doing a top 25. This is our halftime quiz. Top 25 African assisters in the Premier League. So far, we have Mo Salah 1st, Mahrez 2nd, Drogba 3rd, Iwobi 4th, Pienaar 7th, 8th is Yaya Toure. Yakubu is 12th. Right, so we're now at the point, surely, where we're just looking for long-term Premier League Africans, right? Africans who played in the Prem for a really long time. Lauren. Solomon Kalou is 10th. That's a good shout. I'm trying to think of Africans. What about Victor Moses? Victor Moses. Brian and Burmo's not a bad shout. Wilfried Zaha's got to be in there. Yeah, Wilfried Zaha's got to be in there. A Kocha. Kocha, I think, might sneak in, maybe. And Burmo's 19th. Brian and Burmo. What about Wissa, then, by the same logic? Johan Wissa? Jordan Ayew, great shout. Mane can't be 4th, mate. You've got Iwobi 4th. Where's Mane? If Iwobi's 4th, where's Mane? Kanu. Kanu's a good shout. I like Kanu. Mark Vivian Foe, again, sadly wasn't in the Prem for that long, I don't think, to maybe make this list. Lamptey. Partey. Would Partey have enough assists? I don't think he would have done, would he? Wan-Bissaka, again, wasn't necessarily known for his assist. El Hadj Diouf probably would be. Yeah, El Hadj... Mane's 5th, right. Mane's 5th. Kanu is 11th. Okay, so we're now missing 6th, aren't we? Zaha was 9th. We're missing 6th. So we're looking for an African player who's got more assists in the Premier League than Pienaar, Yaya, and Zaha. Jordan Ayew, 13th. That is surprising. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, El Hadj Diouf. What about Stefan Sessegnon? Stefan Sessegnon played for Sunderland. What about Asamoah Gyan, maybe? Wan-Bissaka is 20th. Now, that does surprise me. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 20th. Maybe Decore? Abdoulaye Decore was in there for a while. Lucas Radebe, did he get that many? Olivier Bernard was French. Amad Diallo, could be Amad. Victor Moses, 22nd. Hey, I got one. What about other Africans who've played like low down the Prem? Like Wigan. Sessegnon's 18th. Get in there. Sessegnon. Benin's finest. Right. Papa Bouba Diop. Marvelous Nakamba. Yannick Bolasie, Joe. That's a great shout. Yeah, Yannick Bolasie. Obi Mikel. Says, am I watching football or am I watching paint dry? Quality is so boring these days. I mean, I think you've got to acknowledge this is the type of game where it was always going to be very low. Very low interest. Not low interest, low intensity, because Morocco were going to defend deep. It was going to be defence against attack. Jake Tiote, God rest his soul. Decore is 16th. Look at that. Key flying with all shouts. I love that. Abdoulaye Decore for Everton. Any other Evertonians? Bolassie's got to be in there. We've already had Bolasie, haven't we? Where's Bolasie? Adebayor is 6th. How did we miss Emmanuel Adebayor? Whoever said that, well done. That's a brilliant shout. I would never have got Adebayor. I would have never, ever said Adebayor. Don't know why. And he's gone under the radar. He was in the Prem for such a long time. Just don't assume him to be assists. And he was a very good player, Adebayor. I actually quite liked him. Basuma, Pepe. Again, wasn't really in the Prem long enough. Any other, like, Moroccans or Yusuf Cheapo, Hassan Kashloul. Trying to think back in the day. Hassan Kashloul, Yusuf Cheapo. Tunisians, Radi Jaidi. Cameroon, Nigeria. Cameroonians who played in the Prem. Lauren was the only one I can think of. Amiobi, 21st. Was El Hadj Diouf not in there? What about El Hadj Diouf? El Hadj Diouf's got to be somewhere in that top 25. I'd be astonished if he's not. Jeremy is a wonderful shout. Yeah, good shout. I like Jeremy. So far, by the way, we've got, for our halftime quiz, top 25 African assisters in the Premier League. So far, we have number 22. We haven't got 25, 24, 23. 22. Oh, we have Aubameyang, 25. Alba. Obama Blood Clot Young sneaking in there. Diouf is 15th. Okay, I'm starting to rack them up now. Right, so Alba is 25th. 24th and 23rd we haven't yet got. 22nd, Victor Moses. 21, Shola Amiobi. 20, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 19, Brian Mbermo. 18, Stefan Sessegnon, former Sunderland and Benin winger. Number 17 is Jeremy Njitap, former Newcastle, Chelsea. Did he play for Borough as well? Can't remember. Jeremy was very good. Then it was Decore, Abdoulaye Decore, former Everton midfielder. El Hadj Diouf, 15th. We've not got number 14 yet. Number 13 is Jordan Ayew. Number 12, Yakubu. 11, Kanu. 10, Solomon Kalou. 9, Wilf Sahar. 8, Yaya Toure. 7, Stephen Pienaar. 6, Adebayor. 5, Sadio Mane. 4 is Alex Iwobi. 3rd, Drogba. 2, Mahrez. 1, Mo Salah. Quinton Fortune. He was in the Prem for a relatively short amount of time. I don't think he would be. Iheanacho was 14th. Iheanacho got more assists in the Premier League than Abdoulaye Decore, El Hadj Diouf and Jeremy. Wow, I would never have said that. See, that's one of them. Honestly, if you'd have said that to me and said, Key, for £1 million, who got the most assists in the Premier League? Iheanacho or Aubameyang? Or Iheanacho or Victor Moses? Victor Moses and Aubameyang every day of the week. I'd have never said that. Ben Rama. Ben Rama's not a bad shout. Antoine Semenyo. I bet Semenyo's up there now. Yeah, good shout, Clarky. JJ Okocha. Did Okocha sneak in? Mustafa Hadji, former Coventry legend. Do you know who Welsh Wing is behind the account? I've no idea. There's rumours, there's strong rumours that it's actually Chris Tarrant, but I've no idea. Freddie Canute, yeah. Freddie Canute. Oh, it's Ben Rama. Ben Rama's 24th. I love that shout. So we've got 23rd left to get. Someone who got more Premier League assists than Aubameyang and Ben Rama. Gervinho of Arsenal, says Thomas Bennett. Was Gervinho in the Prem long enough? Amad Diallo's one we've had. Demba Ba, yeah. Papis Cisse. Both of them, I think, reasonable shouts. Maybe Naby Keita. I don't know. Naby Keita might be clutching at straws a little bit. Yeboah, wonderful player, but I'm not sure he would have necessarily been right there for assists, would he? Antoine Semenyo, I think. An Arsenal player under Wenger. Alex Song. Did Alex Song get a lot of assists? An Arsenal player under Wenger. He had quite a few African players, didn't he? An Arsenal player under Wenger. It's your burner account. Hey, I'm doing well. I'm doing well to type with no hands, Joe. Alex Song. Yeah, Alex Song's the one that stands out. It is Song. There you go. Alex Song is 23rd. I really enjoyed that. Fantastic quiz, mate. As always, well done, Welsh. Good work. Good work, Chris. Good work, Chris. 25 was Aubameyang. It's the top 25 African assisters in Premier League history. 25 is Aubameyang. 24 was Ben Rama. 23, Alex Song. 22, Victor Moses. Former Liverpool, Chelsea, Wigan, Palace winger. Number 21, Shola Amiobi. 20, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's still... There's still rumours about him going to Everton, isn't there? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, could he be one that they might move maybe on Everton? We're looking at him. And Burmo's 19th. 18th, Stefan Sessegnon. Always rated him. I'm sure Sunderland Dan fancies reminiscing about Sessegnon. Jeremy, 17th. 16th was Abdoulaye Doucouré. 15th, El Hadj Diouf. Didn't like El Hadj Diouf. 14th, Iheanacho. 13th, Jordan Ayew. 12th, Yakubu, still 26, even now. 11, Kanu. 10, Solomon Kalou. 9, Wilf Zaha. 8th, Yaya Toure. 7th, Pienaar. 6th, Adebayor. 5th, Sadio Mane. 4th, Iwobi. 3rd, Drogba. 2nd, Mahrez. 1st, Salah. Great quiz. Really enjoyed that. Well done. You were great on Tiswas. Your wife is part of it. She pops in, but she's on holiday, mate. She's been sunning herself all day with my little girl. She's been enjoying the old Spanish sun. She's been to a zoo. They've been to a zoo today. Saw some safari park. I don't know. It's been a nice day. You were great on Tiswas. Tarrant on TV. Used to love Tarrant on TV. Welsh on the box. Can Hakimi do anything today, says Gaurav Chawla. Can he do anything? I think he's defended quite well. He didn't do well with the free kick at the end of the half, but I think he defended quite well against Doué on that left-hand side. I think he's defended okay, but maybe not done a whole lot going forward. I'm not sure Morocco really aspire to do that much going forward. I think if you'd have offered Morocco, if you'd have said to them before the game, listen, 0-0, full time, I think they'd have taken it. They'd have snatched your hands off. They'd have been delighted with that. Finch, who do you think can stop Argentina? Well, if they play like they did for the first 80 minutes against Egypt, Switzerland. Switzerland will do it. Wazza! Radiohead. How's it going, lad? Joe says, what are you doing on the days we have no World Cup? Well, yesterday we watched the UEFA Euro Under-19 Championships. Semi-final, Ukraine-Germany. Last-minute winner for the Germans. Onyeka, Stanger. Next year's wonderful... You're going to see big moves for Otto Stanger. People are going to remember the name Otto Stanger. And they're going to remember Francis Onyeka. And they're going to remember that they watched him on the Matchday Tavern. They're going to remember that. Just as they watched Saeed El Mala last year, and Saeed El Mala is getting a big move this year. This season we're watching Francis Onyeka and we're watching Otto Stanger rip it up in the Euro Under-19s. And next season you're going to see big moves for those two. Can you name the 4 players to score and get sent off in the same World Cup game? I can't. I really can't. Pete says Mark Lebet from The Chase is Welsh. The Beast is that. Radiohead, I'm all good, mate. Hope you're doing awesome as well. I am, mate. Yes, very good. Thank you, sir. All the better for you coming in the chat and having a natter with us for a little bit and watching this thoroughly awful game of football. This charming Dan Key, you're not wrong. Sessegnon was some player. I liked him. Yeah, he kind of left too soon, didn't he? A little bit like Asamoah Gyan. I thought he left too soon. But he was a good player. Clarkey, what's your starting lineup for England v Norway on Saturday? I think I'd go broadly the same. I'm not sure I'd change it. I'd maybe go... There's rumours about Dan Burns starting, but I think that'd be a really silly move. If Reece James is fit, I'd get him in. Scuba, any other good scouting matches this summer? Well, I guess they're all opportunities, aren't they? I mean, listen, most people will, when the World Cup finishes on the 19th of July, they'll all switch off. And they won't switch back on until the Premier League starts on the 21st of August. That's when you'll see people kind of re-engage. So they'll have a month off from football. We won't. We're going to be watching football throughout that month. We're going to be watching Hearts against Sturm Graz in the Champions League. We're going to be watching qualifiers for the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League. We're going to be watching the early Championship, League 1, League 2 games, which start the week or two before. We're going to be watching some pre-season friendlies. There's football on. There's football on, and if there's football on, we'll be watching it. Billy, didn't know Lewandowski scored with 3 different clubs in the Champions League. Yeah, Dortmund, Bayern, and Barca. Yeah. I mean, there's quite... I wonder that's probably a good question. That might be a good question for the next quiz. Players who've scored for multiple clubs. Like, the top 10 goal scorers, or top 20... That's a great quiz, that. I like that. I might do that for one coming up. Don't swat up and learn. Shahid needed Mbappe to score to make the match more interesting. I think it is. I think it's exciting as it is. I actually think if France score first, Morocco's whole game plan goes out the window. I think this is an interesting game. It's not maybe as exciting as we'd all like it. We'd all want it to be a basketball match where they're both scoring loads of goals. You're not going to see that type of game today. I think it might be a 0-0 or a 1-0 either way. If France score early in the second half, then you've got a very good chance maybe of seeing them run away with it and score a second and a third and win 3-0, because Morocco will have to come out. Billy, he's the only person to have done 3. No. No chance. I'm not having that. No chance. Can't believe that. Right, here we go. Let me just get the game restarted. Morocco get us underway. No, Cristiano Ronaldo's done it with 3 clubs. Real Madrid, Juventus, Man United. Lewandowski's done it with 3 clubs. Sergio Ramos has done it with 3 clubs. Real Madrid, Sevilla, and PSG. Clarence Seedorf, 3 clubs. Real Madrid, Inter Milan, AC Milan. Or Ajax. Real Madrid, AC Milan, Ajax, maybe. Zlatan's done it with 7 clubs, believe it or not. 7 clubs Zlatan Ibrahimovic has played in the Champions League. 7 clubs? Who's the 7 clubs Zlatan's played for in the Champions League? Ajax, Juve, Inter, AC, Barca. Who else am I missing? Did he play PSG? PSG, AC, Inter, Ajax, Juve, Barca. Did he play in the Champions League for United? He must have done. Because I don't think he's played for anyone else in Europe, has he? My bad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's only Lewandowski done it for 3. Zlatan, 7. Morocco on the counter-attack here. Hey, who said there was only a chance of France scoring? Morocco in the area. Go on, lad. Stands it up far post. Too easy. Jackie says, in my opinion, Doué's unbelievably overrated. Got no pace. Can't beat a man and can't even shoot. Evening, Ashley. How you going, mate? Morocco in the area. Cleared away. France just toiling a little bit in the opening stages of this second half. Morocco started quite well. They've come out the traps. A little bit of a different approach from Morocco. They were quite happy to sit off in the first half. Change of tempo from the Moroccans here. Excuse me. Come on, Morocco, says Billy. Absolutely. I'm rooting for Morocco to come through here as well. I don't mind if France go through. I've not got anything against France, but I'd like to see a team. I'm rooting for the underdogs. Quite like to see Morocco go through. I don't want them to win it, but I'd quite like to see him go through. He wasn't offside there. That was a great ball. Linesman got that completely wrong. But Morocco were on a great run. They got to the World Cup with 8 wins from 8 in qualifying. They've had a pretty unblemished record for quite a while. Obviously, the AFCON final is the one thing that kind of goes against them. Oh, that's great play. That's wonderful play from El Ainaoui. Excellent football. Really good football, that. If you can keep it in. Oh, so unlucky. Excellent football. He's a fabulous player, El Ainaoui. And he hurt his former teammate, the Manu Kone. You'll love to see it. Right, what have I got here? Bonu to make 2 saves. Manyan to make 1. How many cards have we had in this game? How many cards? Have we had any cards? None. Oh, I need the referee to liven it up a bit. I've got 2 cards in this game. 2 cards and a goal in the second half. Give me some cards, ref. We need the referee to liven it up a bit here. I need 2 cards and a goal in the second half for 70. 70 dabs. Imagine if Morocco, Belgium, Norway and Switzerland all made the semis. That would be a disaster for advertisers, I've got to say. That would be an absolute disaster for advertisers. Because people like underdogs, but they don't want underdogs to win it all. Like, if you end up with the last 4 at the World Cup of Morocco, Belgium, Norway and Switzerland, you've effectively lost all of your star quality. Mbappe's gone, Kane, Bellingham, you know, you've lost all of that. Messi, you've lost all of that, like, star value. And Yamal, of course, they would not want all 4 of those big hitters to go out. I don't think they'd necessarily be able to stop it if that's how the cards fell. I don't believe in match fixing in that sense. Maybe there's match fixing on things like yellow cards and, you know, maybe corners and things of that nature. But because they're the easy things to fix. It's easy to spot fix a yellow card. Very difficult to rig an entire game. Fly on the wall. Are all soccer games this boring when the US isn't playing? Not quite, mate, no. But when you have a team that's really, really good, like France, and a team that's really, really... Not really poor. Morocco are very good, but they don't necessarily have the attacking talent that France have. You've kind of got 2 teams who have got very different strengths. Morocco's strength is in defence and organisation. France's is in attack. And, you know, you've kind of got the irresistible force meets the immovable object all over again. And that's why you're not seeing a game with lots of chances and lots of goals. Morocco, the 2 are kind of cancelling each other out. Corner for Morocco. Gamer Guru, I think that would be better press for the World Cup than anything. Proves anyone can get through if they play the right way. Well, I mean, it would be proof, wouldn't it, that any team can go far. Have we not already seen that? I think we've seen that over the years at the World Cup. There's been lots of teams make it very far. Senegal, South Korea, Greece. I know Greece was the Euros, but Greece winning the Euros. I think tournament football produces all sorts of, you know, mad results like that. Switzerland are 1 game away from a World Cup semi-final, and they've been dreadful. They've been awful. They were garbage against Colombia. And I wouldn't put it past them to beat Argentina. When USA was getting slapped 4-1 by Belgium, it was very entertaining. DC never got asking Key, what was your opinion on the reffing in the Argentina game? I I had no issue with it. I don't understand why it was such a big deal. I really have no understanding why people are kicking off. I think you can make a case that maybe Egypt were a little bit hard done by. Like, maybe it was one of them 50-50 decisions. Could go that way, could go that way. I don't think you can make a case that it's an absolute nailed-on, guaranteed decision that I can't believe the referee hasn't given. It's total corruption. You can't reach. That's reaching. That's clutching. That's nonsense. The goal that Egypt got chalked off was bang right. It was totally the right decision from the referee. He stamped on his foot. There's nothing wrong with ruling that goal out. We all wanted it to go in, didn't we? We all, for the underdog, we wanted it to happen. But it was the right decision. There was nothing wrong with, for me, the Argentina goal. There was a question mark over whether or not Salah was fouled. I don't think he was. I think he'd already lost the ball. And it would have been very soft. Jellyfish, the Italians know all about fixing. See, yeah, but they didn't fix results per se. They fixed referee selection. That's what the whole Calciogate thing was. Calciopoli. Strike! Oh, good save from Bonu. Better. DC, I didn't get watching it, so just been going off comments and stuff. Yeah, I mean, but it's a bit of a storm in a teacup for me. Fan chat says 1-0 Morocco defeat France and stuns world soccer fans. Gamer Guru, we saw Denmark do it in the best way too. Yeah, Denmark's another one. Lots of great teams who nobody fancied have gone the distance in previous years. Number one, security. What do you make of the all Argentinian officials tonight? It's a rule. It's a FIFA rule, mate. It's called a triplet rule. They always have had, for as long as I can remember, they've always had the referee and the two linesmen have always been from the same country. They've never ever done it any other way. I don't know why. It's like a social contagion. One person says it. Oh, Mbappe's missed the sitter. If he's onside there, that's an absolute sitter. Elise's put it on a plate for him. Oh, France still 0-0. Wonderful play that from Elise. Just spins off Ouahbi. Oh, he would have been offside. Yeah, he'd have been quite a bit offside, but he skies it there, doesn't he? Big, big miss from Mbappe, that one. Very big miss. There's another chance gone. Yeah, it's called the triplet rule. The FIFA triplet rule. The referee and the two linesmen are always, always, always from the same nation. So people have talked about, oh my God, I can't believe all the refs are Argentinian. It's very normal. If he picks the ref to be Argentinian, the linesman and the VAR are usually Argentinian as well. It's to help prevent any issues with communication. It's because those refs have been reffing in the Argentinian Premier League all season. They know each other. They speak the same language. It's designed to prevent any... Like, if you had an Argentinian ref and a Bosnian linesman and a Spanish linesman and a Scottish VAR, you'd be like, I think we're going to struggle here, lads. Thomas says, Key, I've got a feeling the Ederson to United deal isn't going to happen. We've done extra medicals. If you're doing that, we should stay away, in my opinion. Maybe they've looked at it and decided, yeah, Andre Santos is the better alternative to Ederson. If that's the case, then I withdraw my comment. But I do think if it is Ederson and Andre Santos, that's a really underwhelming pair of signings. But it wouldn't surprise me, yeah, maybe if they did back out of the Ederson one. Ederson and Andre Santos is a weird pair of signings because they can't really play together. You can't have both of them playing together if Mainoo's out. Bit scrappy at the minute. Turns out we hadn't been taking his Oxford nat. That's it. Shocking, innit? Well, 58 minutes on the clock and we're still... That's handball, referee. I fear Mbappe is getting frustrated, says Sky Dude. I agree with you, mate. He's cutting a very... frustrated figure so far. Koundé with the handball. Thank you very much, Shahid. Yeah, if you're new around here, while we're watching a pretty dull game, if you're new around here and you enjoy these watch-alongs, well, remember, when the World Cup finishes, all of these other watch-along channels are going to disappear for about a month or two. You won't see them. We're going to be carrying on. We're going to be watching lots of football. Hearts against Sturm Graz. Really looking forward to that. Do you think Santos will be good for United? He's not a bad player. He's all right. I don't think he's a really top signing, though. Like I said, I think if the goal for Man United is to move them from Champions League qualification to potential title challenges, I don't think Andre Santos is that type of signing. I think when you're looking for real top people, you're not shopping in that market. They're shopping for players that I would expect Spurs and Newcastle to go for, and Villa. If Villa had signed Andre Santos, I'd have said, it's not a bad signing, that. Good signing for Villa, that, Andre Santos. Done well there, yeah. And I'd have even said 50 million, not a bad price, he's okay. But Man United, for what they're trying to do? No, silly. Oh, what a goal! Mbappe cutting a frustrated figure. Not so much anymore. 60 minutes gone, bang on the hour mark. That is why he's probably going to win the Ballon d'Or, this lad. Absolutely incredible. Opens his body up. Oh, now Morocco are screaming at the ref for a handball. I wonder, can we get a check on that, please, sir? Can we get a check on that? Come on. Hakimi's going having a whinge to the ref. So's Brahim Diaz. They're all surrounding the ref, these Moroccans. Come on, dish out some cards. I need 2 cards. Give me 2 cards. I need a goal in the second half and 2 cards. Come on. 60 minutes on the clock. France have done really, really well with this finish here. Is there a question of handball? Maybe. Doesn't look like it. Oh, some finish. He just uses Issa Diop, doesn't he? Just uses the body of Issa Diop just to shield the goalkeeper. And he guides it round him. What a finish that is. Right into the far corner. Right into the side netting. Keeper's no chance. He's a big lad, Bonu. Not stopping that. Love that. What a goal. Mbappe. Dictator. The dictator puts France in front. Is there going to be a VAR check, I wonder? They're appealing for a handball against Rabiot. Well, goals given, checked and cleared. Checked and cleared. France to go through and under 2.5. Well done. Smart move. I like that one. See, I stayed away from the team to qualify because I always thought there was an outside chance that they might... Morocco might do something. They might sneak something. But now I'm hoping there's just going to be kicking. I want loads of kicking. Loads of yellow cards. Talbi and Bouhaddi come off. No surprise. Oh, it's El Khanous, sorry. El Khanous and Bouhaddi going off. And it's Amrabat and Rahimi. Amrabat, he's good for the yellow card, isn't he? Rahimi, of course, scored against Canada in the last round. He's kind of the Saibari replacement. The focal point up front for Morocco. They haven't played with a centre-forward today. They've played with a false 9. Hasn't really worked out. That's why El Khanous has gone off, and he wasn't very happy with it. But now they've got an actual, sort of, let's call it a profile, a centre-forward profile up there. France versus England final is my prediction, says Gamer Guru. Can't really disagree with that. Would you fancy England against this French team? Oh, Mbappe's gone down. Claiming a bit of a... Is it a punch to the face? What's he claiming? Get up, soft lad. He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. It's a great goal, though, wasn't it? Key watching on, like, go on, lad. Put 2 feet. That's it. Dive in. Dive in. Go on. Let's have a little bit of a scrap. I'd love that. It's great when you get a... Oh, there you go. That's a yellow card, please, ref. That's a yellow card, please, sir. Yeah, we got one. We got one. Yeah, go on, kick Mbappe while he's down. Get another one. Just to say, I don't advocate violence. I just want 2 yellow cards. That's it. Oh, it's a clear yellow. That's a yellow every day of the week and twice on Sunday from Diop. Mbappe completely done him and he just goes through him there. Mark says, Key, what's this new thing now when they kick off? They kick it right down the pitch and out. It's just to try and box him in. Yeah, I think it's just to try and get him sort of locked into a corner. Maybe that's how they do it. City of Northville, France v England, be a hell of a watch. Record ratings. England would definitely have a good chance, said Rob. You'll be gutted if we win it, Keith. Oh, nah, I won't. I don't hate England. People keep getting it twisted. I really don't hate England. I don't feel passionately about, like I won't be gutted if and when they go out. I really won't be gutted. I won't lose any sleep over it. I'll feel the same sort of loss as I did when Scotland went out. And Sweden. My Swedish brothers. How's it going, Joe? Right, just a yellow card needed now. Come on. Just the yellow needed. And Key's good for 70. Yeah. Please. Come off it. You celebrated the Congo goal like a Liverpool Champions League winner. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I can't really argue that. Yeah, but they're the underdog. Again, my loyalty is always with the underdog. There's probably as many bloody Norwegians born in England as there is English players born in England playing for us. Haaland should be playing for England. We'll do a petition to get Haaland playing for us. Key felt real pain when USA went out. I just don't... International football as a whole, it's nothing against any one nation. I have no issue with any nation. I just find it all quite tedious. No one wants Argentina and Spain again. So when Bromley play Liverpool, then what? When Bromley play Liverpool, that's different. Do the cards not get wiped after this round? They don't, mate. No. So Jop would be... Oh, it's third, it's two, it's Dembele. Now that's it. That's the game wrapped up. But Northville's getting very, very nervous. He's got France and under 2.5. Whoa! 25 plus injury time to go for you, Sunshine. I think you might be risking it. I only need a card. Morocco are going to start kicking everything above grass now because they know they're going out. They're going to start complaining. There's going to be all sorts getting accused. He kicked me, ref. Get a player. That's got to be Morocco's tactics now. Get a France player sent off. That's the only chance they've got of getting back in this now. Will be about 5 yellow cards from Morocco now. It's 2-0. Don't say that, Kieran. You jinxed me now. You've jinxed me. The ref. It's going to be a stalemate, isn't it? Great run from Dembele through the middle. Oh, should Bono get better? He gets 2 hands on that, doesn't he? Just one, but no, that's poor from Bono. He's had a great game, Bono. He's made a couple of big saves. I think he's got to do better there. It's a good finish from Dembele, but... I do. I think he's got to do better. Drewskio could even see a red. Rooting for it. Hope so. Geordie, who passed it to Dembele there? I believe it was Mbappe. I think Mbappe's now got a goal and an assist. Gamer Guru, Morocco walking off the pitch until they're rewarded 2 goals. Has there been any more about the Egyptian, the Egypt racism allegation? Because there was a stoppage, wasn't there? There was the racism protocol from Hussam Hassan, the Egypt manager. He alleged racism during immediately after Argentina scored the winner. I've not heard anything after it. Has there been anything said about that? Did it come from the coaching staff? Did it come from the crowd? Did it come from one of the players? Or I don't know. It feels like all I've heard from Egypt after that game is we're really disappointed with the refereeing decisions. But he literally goes like that. He gives the racism protocol. And the referee didn't stop the game either. There's been nothing. There's been nothing about it. I was going to say I'm surprised by that. Take it easy, Shell. See you soon, lovely. Key won't be gutted if England go out of the World Cup. Let's see how gutted he is after match day 2. Yeah. You probably will beat us, knowing Forrest. And Glasner. Glasner tends to get the better of us as well. Christ, that's like the double act, isn't it, mate? That's the double act for 3-star. Christ, Forrest always have the edge on us anyway, and now you've got Glasner, who always has the edge on us as well. Christ, get your house on Palace. Sorry, Forrest. Get your house on Forrest to beat Liverpool. Radiohead, apparently some Egypt fans got thrown with alcohol by Argentina fans. That's just sad, innit? Sad. I mean, again, it's to be expected to some degree. I remember when we went away to watch Liverpool against Roma. I was in the Stadio Olimpico in the away end, Champions League semi-final, and we had all sorts raining down on us. We had bottles of piss, bottles of alcohol, Christ, we were covered in everything. We were covered in all manner of things by the end of that game. Coins, piss, alcohol, God knows what else, any other liquid they could throw at us. Geordie says, got to come to St James's first game as well. Well, do you know what? St James's Park is looking a lot less threatening, I've got to say, with no Tonali, no Gordon. Probably no Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah, I can get on board with playing that version of Newcastle. Even if you do sign Manzambi. Have you ever seen when the fans threw a scooter off the top stand? Yeah, there's been some... They threw a pig's head at Figo, didn't they, at the Barca game? Barca, Real Madrid. Sure you enjoyed it, Key. We'll leave it there. Gamer Guru, it was the Argentina fans, as they are all over social media at the minute with clips of them hurling racist abuse. Think there is an investigation, but doubt anything happens. I was going to say, if it's come from the fans, then I think it's a slightly... There's a different approach to how... I mean, there's still an investigation, but obviously if it's maybe easier if it's a coaching staff or a player, because it's then governed by FIFA, I think. Whereas if it's from the crowd, I think the local police get him. I don't know how it works. There's some sort of a... I'm sure if it comes from the crowd, there's still an investigation that needs to be done, but there's some sort of a different protocol if it's like general public compared to actual, players. Punishment should still be done accordingly, obviously. If they get found guilty, then yeah, it should be punished. Stadium ban from Argentina fans for a couple of games. I think the only way to make it... I actually don't think stadium bans work. If I'm dead honest, I don't think stadium bans are the right approach at all. I think the only way to make it work is to sort of punish the team on the pitch. That's the only way to make it work, is to say, well, what we're going to do is we are going to start... I don't know, maybe you dock the team. You dock the team points in the next qualifying. Maybe Argentina start with 3 points less. The game that they were racist in, they get taken off them. I think it wasn't only a loss, it was a minus 3 points. Maybe it goes the other way. I don't know. That would soon stop fans doing it, wouldn't it? Although then again, you could then get undercover fans, couldn't you? You could get Liverpool fans and Man United fans going in the away end and giving all sorts of abuse to try and get points taken off them. Prince Rupert says Morocco are going to start stealing the towels. Yeah, like the AFCON final. Come on, I still need a card here. They say the X gesture was Egypt asking to stop the game. Ah, I see. I know that they did, because obviously I'm sure, didn't the Egyptian manager, didn't he raise, I'm sure he raised a Palestine flag or something in one of the earlier games, and there was an allegation that an Israel flag was held up to him or waved in his face or something to that extent. Again, social media, I don't know how accurate it is. I'm sure there'll be an investigation either way. Radiohead says, sad to see some rotten apples ruining the reputation of the Argentine people. When I was visiting the locals, they were nice and charming people. Yeah, I was going to say, love Argentina. Love Argentina. And I love some chimichurri sauce and steak. Love the steaks. Sarah says, happy because if the RGs get to the final, they'll definitely beat them. Game Guru, opposing team get to kick the team accused of abuse in the balls like a guard of honour. Rochambeau. El Ouahbi and Yassine come on for Morocco here. Scuba, what's your parlay in Spain, Belgium tomorrow? So I'm going for goalkeeper saves. That's my big thing that's been working for me throughout the tournament. Go for goalkeeper saves because you get rewarded for them quite a lot. Ignore shots on target. Go for actual goalkeeper saves. I did for a spell do first corner, but it killed me. That was the one that used to knock me off. Because as soon as it happens, you're like, oh, game's done now. But yeah, goalkeeper saves. So for Spain, Belgium, I would go Spain to qualify, just to kind of minimise any chance of Belgium nicking it, because they could nick an equaliser and take it to extra time. Spain to qualify. Unai Simon to make 2+ saves. Thibaut Courtois to make 2+ saves. A goal in the second half. There you go. That's my shout. This is why you have to bring back hooligans, self-policing. That's it. Get Millwall at the World Cup. France are defo winning this World Cup. Them or Norway. Yes, Rupert. Team Norway. I'm with you. Kieran says, think Spain beat this France team. Spain's defence will stop their front three and it'll be in a Yazabal masterclass. The thing is, Mbappe just turned it on there, didn't he? France haven't been doing much in this game, and then just one moment from Mbappe, and that's it. It's just so good. Imagine if Belgium beat Spain, says Sarah. Yeah, wouldn't rule it out. It certainly could happen. City of North Hills just said that. Which is the least likely, or which is the most likely, upset to happen? Norway to beat England, Belgium to beat Spain, or Switzerland to beat Argentina? Key's been burnt too much. Yeah, the first corner thing, killed me. And most corners as well. First corner and most corners. Stay away from that market. Jelly, you can't love Argentina, Key. The cheating scum, all the history. Long live the Belgrano. No, do you know what? Listen. Argentina, I'm talking about the country, the people. I'm not talking about all that stuff. City of Northville, that could happen. What are we talking? Deschamps Dan. Joe, Norway to beat England. I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. Go watch the Top Gear episode in Argentina if you think they like us. Well, they might not. Some of them might not like us. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? English people don't like some people, and some people don't like English people, and vice versa. It's like that all around the world. Most people are generally all right. I would say. Most people are generally okay. Mateta's come on for France. I need a yellow card. Come on, can we liven this game up? Morocco, go and kick someone. Yeah, I think Switzerland to beat Argentina as well. Yeah, Sarah, Mark, Finners. I agree. Argentina look way off it against Egypt. And Switzerland, they've got a good defence, haven't they? They've got, Kobel at the back there. And they've got Xhaka, Akanji. They've got players, Ricardo Rodriguez. They've got players there that could sort of hold Argentina at bay. And they've got, attackers that could finish. Mbolo and Doy. France, cleared away by Morocco again. Please give us another yellow. Come on, we need Morocco. Just lash out at one of the players. Or, Neeks, stop bloody spamming. Stop spamming. We heard you the first 9 times. Stop spamming. I love you, mate, but please stop spamming. I do like the fact that they bring their own meat and have a barbecue every day. Who doesn't love a barbecue every day? Who doesn't love a barbecue every day? If there's not another yellow card in this game, Morocco should be fined for being a bunch of pissy asses. If there isn't another yellow card in this game, I am going to be raging. And I'll hate Morocco forever. Neeks, my bad key. No worries, mate. Just chill. Just chill with the spam. Still love you. Oh, yeah. Claim for handball, edge of the box. No. England are going to smoke Norway like a good haddock. No chance. Come on. Viva la Norwegian. Neek says thoughts on the Kwanzaa ban. I don't get why it's 2 games. What's the rationale for 2 games? Barcola's just come on for Mbappe. Yeah, why's Kwanzaa got 2 games? Don't really get it. Kieran, I think it'll be Spain, Argentina in the final. England, France in the 3rd place playoff. Yeah, I fancy England to make that 3rd place playoff, and I think we'll win it, and Tuchel will say it's a success that we finished 3rd. Pete, it's not the people who screw up the world, it's the politicians. Who elects the politicians? This is why I don't vote. Who elects the politicians? Hey, where do those politicians come from? Our schools. Our society. They're us. They're us. This is the best that we can produce, as George Carlin said, sadly. If you've got selfish and immature leaders, it's because you've got a selfish and immature society. You don't think that. You said Norway wins 10 minutes ago. All right, I do think Norway wins, but I'm saying if England were to get past them, I think that us winning the 3rd place playoff would be some sort of a, wow, I can't look at that. I can't believe we finished 3rd at the World Cup. Yay. Prince Rupert, exactly. That's why I don't vote either. Good lad. But hey, to each their own. That's just my take, you know. England FA probably asked for the 2-game ban, so Tuchel can't play him again. Think we need Count Binface in Parliament. Bolty McBoltface. Don't Liverpool want Barcola for 120 million plus? Absolutely not. That would be the worst decision we've made in a very long time. Barcola doesn't suit Liverpool in any way, shape or form. That's got to be a foul, referee. Surely. And a yellow card, please, sir. Let's have a yellow. Let's have a yellow. Let's have a yellow for him. It's a clear yellow. That was a party political broadcast by the Matchday Tavern. The Matchday Tavern will be standing in... I forget the constituency now. I was gonna say the what's the constituency where Farage has just stepped down? Wherever that is. It'd be so funny if Count Bimface beats Farage. Clacton, that's the one. The Matchday Tavern are going to stand in Clacton-on-Sea. I think we'd win, to be honest. Barcola reminds me of Salah at Roma. Couldn't finish his lunch. See, if anything, I think he is actually he can finish, Barcola. He is quite efficient when in front of goal. He was PSG's top goal scorer last season. How's that not a booking? How's he not give him a booking for that? Yeah, it's a mental price for Barcola. You can't justify 120, 130 million for Barcola. I'm sorry. He got 11 goals for PSG last season in Ligue 1, and that made him their top scorer. Good effort, Manyan with the save, and it's away. Oh, come on, just need that card now. Yeah, he actually is not a bad finisher, but he's just not, unfortunately, very good when it comes to dribbling. He loses the ball about 50% of the time he gets it. All the news outlets trying to ask serious questions to a guy trolling them in a bin costume. 10 out of 10 content. Barcola's nowhere near that 110 would be a push. Honestly, I'd be disappointed if Liverpool signed him for any more than 80 mil. I don't even want him. Again, it's the same as Andre Santos. He's taking up a space in the squad, and I don't want Barcola. I don't want him. He's best off the left-hand side, cutting in onto his right. And Rio Engamo's a left-sided. We don't want him. We don't need him. We don't need him. We need a right-sided winger, and that's not Barcola. Morocco. Oh, side netting. So unlucky. We stand with Key. Make Taverns great again. We'll get the caps. Make Taverns great again. Okay, Talby off now. Another blow for Sunderland. Honestly, I can't tell you how gutted I'm going to be if there's no yellow card in this. If this doesn't finish with a yellow card, I'll be so annoyed. Just a kick off at the end. Just have a little fight or something, Morocco. Don't go out like this. Don't go out like this. Don't go out with such a whimper. Rafi Ahmed, boring match though. It's not been the best, has it? Yeah, it's not been the greatest game. Ball down the left-hand side. Morocco stood up. Manyan with the claim. Nice and easy. I don't know where the yellow card's going to come from. Is it better? Is it more likely to come from Morocco or more likely to come from France? Good ball. Oh, terrible. Dreadful. Poor from Elise, that. If you've not already, do me a favour, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Fancy watching more watch-alongs, then you're going to get more on this channel than any other channel. If you like watch-alongs, if you like watching football throughout the season, lots of different leagues, Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, the big pre-season games, all the qualifiers, we're going to be doing them all. When there's international breaks on, we're still going. We do all the lower leagues as well. A game pretty much every day, all throughout the full year. We did 500 last year, 500 games across 2025. More watch-alongs than any other channel, right here on the Tavern. Sign up to become a Taverner. It might still keep the under here. And oh yeah, you're winning at this moment in time. It's frustrating me because I really thought I had the yellow card in the bag with half an hour to go. But I think you're sorted. I think if I could swap for yours now or mine, I'd much rather yours. There's no chance I don't think there's going to be a yellow card in the next 10 minutes here. Liam, hi, I've just signed for AFC. It's a 3rd Division Dutch team. Nice. Well done, mate. Congratulations. Good luck. Good save from Bono. It's a corner. Jelly, how are you doing Man United pre-season? Do you know what? I think there is a day where we've looked at where Man United are on, and I don't think there's any other games. Is there a Man United game coming up where they're playing? Who is it they've got? Wrexham. Wrexham, they play in a friendly. 4 o'clock on the 18th of July. No, because it's before the World Cup playoff. 3rd place playoff. Will, I've just seen Jose Fonte has just joined Sunderland. Yeah, he's the assistant manager or one of the coaching staff. He was playing last season for Casa Pia in the Portuguese league at the ripe old age of 41. Pete, is that all there is? Absolutely shocking that, isn't it? It's outrageous. As a United fan, Key, don't watch us in pre-season. It's always so boring. No, I think I'm probably going to stick to the World Cup third place playoff. That is basically a friendly, isn't it? It's, there's nothing really riding on that. That's just another way to squeeze more money out the advertisers. Okay, Keith, thought I'd ask. I mean, listen, if there is an opportunity to do... If there's no game on, put it that way, if there's no game on and there is a Man United... Sorry, if there's no games other than a Man United friendly on a particular day, then you have my word. I'll happily do a United friendly. Because I don't mind. We did do some other friendlies last season. I think we did Barcelona against... Who did we do Barcelona against? Was it Barcelona City or Barcelona Chelsea or someone like that last season? Rashford was playing. It was in Korea, I think. Flick on. I think this is done. I've got to say, I don't see this yellow card happening. Bastard, I can't see it. We've just signed Darlow. We're winning the league. How's it going, Darren? United bringing in Carl Darlow. Is that who you've got? From Leeds? It's an interesting move. So is Bayern going? Liverpool will need all the opposition research it can get if they want to lose that double vision. It's kind of petering out the game now, isn't it? Morocco know they're beat. They're not really that bothered. France know they've won it. So annoyed. Forest have announced a friendly with Barca. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule now and I'm plotting what's happening in between, because there's a couple of days where the World Cup, there's a gap between the quarters and the semi-finals. So once the quarter-finals stop on the 12th, there's no game on the 12th or the 13th. And then it's back on the 14th for the semis. And then there's a gap from the semis to the third place playoff. I think it's the 16th and the 17th of July. And that's when we're going to be watching Derry City against CSKA Sofia. On a free, yeah, because Bayern are expected to go. One of them to fit the homegrown keeper quota. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, actually. The old Freddie Woodman move. 6 added minutes. Come on. You've got 5 minutes, Morocco, to get me a yellow card. France, waste some time, or someone kick him. Someone kick someone. Have a fight. Anything. Gone out for a throw-in. Darren, Leeds lost Darlow and Meslier to United and Arsenal. If I were them, I'd go and get Trafford. All right, yeah, so who's the Leeds keeper now then? Who have they got? Have they got no keeper, Leeds? If they've just lost Darlow and Meslier. Morocco corner, headed away. Don't hit it, don't hit it. Come on. Someone bring up Zidane's sister. Exactly. Quick. Someone say to the Moroccans that tagine tastes like shit and they don't like it. Here's Rabiot. Mateta. Someone kick him as well. Anything. Liven yourselves up. Have these got under 1.5 cards or something? I know I said earlier there's no corruption, there's no match fixing, but I'm starting to think there might be here. That's handball. That's a clear handball and a definite handball. That's a yellow card, referee, for the handball. He's deliberately done that. What's a guy got to do here? Absolute sausage, this referee. Honestly, I'll cry if they do it. 3 minutes. If there's 3 minutes, if there's a yellow card in this is the best ever ending to a World Cup game. It'll be like a goal. Moroccans have no desire to get a goal here. They've got no desire to get a goal. They've got no desire to get forward in any way. Here's Mateta. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. Oh, so... Just scuffs it at the end there. What's happening with Mateta, by the way? Is Mateta... There was rumours he was going to AC Milan. He got injured, didn't he? I wonder if he might still move on from Palace. Good defending from France. Last 2.5 minutes here. Suzuki's a good keeper. Yeah, Leeds to go and get Suzuki would be a good shout. That's a very good shout. Yeah. Poor from Mateta, that, isn't it? It's the right finish. It's the right type. He kind of gives Bonu the eyes and he sends him the wrong way, but just scuffs it. Long distance strike. Right. Manyan, hold on to it. Waste time. Yellow card for time wasting. Please, Mike Manyan. Yellow card for... Do yellow cards after the full-time whistle count? Because there might be a scrap at the end of this. Any chance at all? Mateta might follow Glasner. Yeah, maybe. They're looking for a replacement maybe for Chris Wood. Would you have him 3-star? Would you take Mateta at Forest? I understand the French players not wanting to get cards, but surely Morocco shouldn't just give a fuck now. Get a few kicks in while he can. Evidently, they don't care about me liking him. That's me never going to Rabat. They've lost one tourist to Rabat and Tangiers and Casablanca. I'll never eat tagine ever again. Oh, that's a yellow card. He's just kicked him, ref. Come on, it's him again. He handballed it 2 minutes ago. He's just kicked Elise. Oh, what's up with this ref? Fucking hell. That's shocking, innit? I'd be happy with Mateta. Even better, we can take Wharton as well. Still rumours doing the rounds that Wharton is coming to Liverpool. I think the referee's about to blow up here. Morocco out of the World Cup, surely. Strike over the bar, and that's got to be it, ref. Is it? Is it? Yeah, there you go. France into the semi-final. 2-0. 2-0 winners. Deck Mackie says, no urgency whatsoever from Morocco. There wasn't at all, was there, mate? It was poor. They've absolutely done me over there, Dan. Shocking. Never again. Oh, Dembele covering his mouth. Dembele covering his mouth there to Bonu. Any chance, FIFA? Any chance, ref? Can we have a look at that? Can we get a VAR check post-match? A little mouth covering there. Don't like that. We don't like to see that at all. Let's have a little stoppage, please, and a yellow card just for... You don't ask, you don't get. You've got to have a go. Right, folks. Lots of love. France are through to the semi-finals. Tomorrow we will meet again. The Tavern will reopen again for Spain. Spain against Belgium. I had to think then. Spain against Belgium tomorrow night. We'll have a natter again, and we'll try again. We'll have another go at seeing if we can get the cards. Maybe I'll stay away from the cards tomorrow. I'll have a think. Right. Lots of love, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your 58 minutes of the night, and I will see you all tomorrow for Spain-Belgium. Take it easy. Ta-ra.